I'm not really going to do much of a lead in as such to this video. I'm just going to let you digest it as you best you can. And I will just have you forewarn you in advance that some of the images are quite distressing, which you probably would have seen if you've been watching social media. So take from it what you will, based on what you hear with your own ears and what you see with your own eyes. Without no further ado, let's proceed.
War was brought upon us, and he had no choice to defend Israel and to fight to bring the hostages back. That is his responsibility. He was elected to protect the people of Israel. If somebody comes and kidnap innocent Israelis, we expect the leader of the country to bring them back. That is duty, and that's what he's doing now, representing the people of Israel. So I think any comparison between Netanyahu and Hamas is not acceptable.
Well, let's remind people that Benjamin Netanyahu actively supported funding Hamas to the tune of billions of dollars. He wanted to create a divide and rule with the Palestinian Authority. He thought that would make Israel more secure. In fact, it had the opposite effect. It's made Israel far less secure, as has this relentless bombardment and destruction of Gaza, the killing of more than 60,000 Palestinians, 20,000 plus children. None of this has made Israel safer. It's made it more dangerous to be an Israeli. It's made it more dangerous to be a Jew living around the world. And as somebody who has always supported Israel and has many Israeli and Jewish friends, I speak as a friend when I say, end this madness. This is completely insane. The rest of the world is now looking at Israel utterly aghast, even your closest allies, even your friends, even your supporters. And they're saying, when is enough enough? This has to stop. And I just don't understand why, and I've interviewed you many times. I've always found you a very respectful person to interview, and I appreciate you coming back on. But I cannot believe that you don't wake up in the morning now and see the clarity of how incredibly unpopular this war strategy is now making Israel, and that also it's not achieving its aims. You're not getting the hostages released. You're not beating Hamas because they're still operating and holding you to ransom with the hostages. None of this is working. All you're doing is apparently doing exactly what Smotrich and Ben-Gvir have articulated is the real plan, which is getting the Palestinians out of Gaza. And if you do that, then Israel will be hated for the rest of my life. And that's just a reality. And I don't get it. I don't know why the sensible Israelis are not speaking up and saying, enough of this. We're not being held ransom by this hard right government anymore doing this.
More than 21 months since Israel began its war on Gaza, British Prime Minister Kier Starmer announced the UK would recognise a Palestinian state in just over 2 months, but says the recognition is conditional.
So today, as part of this process towards peace, I can confirm the UK will recognise the State of Palestine by the United Nations General Assembly in September, unless the Israeli government takes substantive steps to end the appalling situation in Gaza, agree to a ceasefire, and commit to a long-term sustainable peace, reviving the prospect of a two-state solution.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was quick to hit back, saying such recognition would only reward Hamas's monstrous terrorism. The US State Department sharply criticized the announcement, as well as the conference at the United Nations on the recognition of the Palestinian state, co-chaired by France and Saudi Arabia.
This is a publicity stunt that comes in the middle of delicate diplomatic efforts to end the conflict in Gaza. Far from promoting peace, the conference will prolong the war, will embolden Hamas, and reward its obstruction and undermine real-world efforts to achieve real peace.
Hussam Zumlot, the Palestinian ambassador to the UK, said the country's formal recognition of Palestine would hold particular historical and moral weight. Others have been more critical of Starmer. In a post on social media, former Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn said, "Palestinian statehood is not a bargaining chip. It's not a threat. It's an inalienable right of the Palestinian people. Our demands on this shameful government remain the same. End all arms sales to Israel, impose widespread sanctions, and stop the genocide now." a genocide that has claimed the lives of more than 60,000 people and left more than 145,000 injured. As Western condemnation of Israel's actions grows louder, the situation in Gaza becomes more catastrophic. On Tuesday, UN food security experts warned the worst-case scenario of famine was unfolding.
Words are not enough. We've had these commitments before, and what we're lacking is follow-through on the ground. It means faster clearances and approvals for trucks. It means soldiers are not present near humanitarian relief convoys or distribution points. And of course, no shooting at crowds that are queuing for food or queuing for other.
Not easy to watch at the best of times, although it seems as though gradually something is changing and we hope for the best. So till the next video, please, if you can, be good, be safe, be creative. Thank you very much. For myself, Onyu Adye, here at CornerSpeak. I'm out.